Welcome in, everybody, to the Washed Up Walk-Ons podcast. Here tonight, solo for a second. Never fear, I believe Grant G-Bone G-Dog is going to join in momentarily. If not, we'll talk through it, and we will just have fun with the chat tonight. We're going to talk conference championship weekend. Obviously, this is the first time the Hawks are off for, I guess they had the bye weeks, but we're out of season now, going into the postseason. Don't have anything quite super exciting to talk about yet on that front. We can talk a little bit about location, opponent, matchup, but a lot of that has sort of been dialed down as well. Most of the predictions sort of aiming us in the same direction against the same one of a couple teams. So we'll discuss that. But yeah, it was signing day. We'll talk a little bit about the new class that's coming in. We'll talk a little bit about the CFP rankings, of which Iowa was featured in last night, Tuesday night. And we'll talk about some of Coach Ferentz comments as well. CJ in the chat says TK Pod is live. Let's go. And that is essentially what we have here. Grant said that he might be able to come in 5-10 minutes late tonight. Originally, he wasn't going to make it. Asked Kev if he could make it. And he said he was tied up with work stuff tonight, which is cool. This is my gig. So you get me. And that's actually a small glimpse into maybe what will be new and improved for nothing major, but a small glimpse into what will be new and improved for 2026. Always trying to innovate, get better, improve the offering, improve the product around here. There's only so much we can do with the physical side of this. We have in the single view, this looks horrible, but there he is. Oh, Grant, coming to you from your local Holiday Inn and Suites.
Spring Hill Suites.
Okay.
More or less, but we'll see how this Wi-Fi holds up.
Yeah,
I feel like
we'll see.
I feel like I'm hearing myself. Is it
Are you?
echoey?
It's not echoey for me.
But do I sound weird?
You sound okay, maybe like half a point worse than you normally do in your normal setup, but you look green.
Yeah, I have this I don't know. This is the lighting fixture we're working with here. I don't know.
Funny enough, your Christmas present from the company is going to be a little mobile backlight that I'm going to be sending. I'm going to be sending you here soon. You might get it in advance.
It's my present. It's just like a basic fixture, just like the obvious base requirement of a recording something.
I was just talking.
Generous, thank you.
No, how do you know how much I'm going to spend on it? It could be I could be getting you a $300 a soft box light.
I've only talked to you on a weekly basis for 3 years, and I like to think I know you pretty well, and I just can't imagine that we're going to have like Warner Brothers Studios quality lighting.
I'm trying to make a lot of improvements for the new year, Grant.
Hey, and I'm for that. But if I'm going off of history,
I might get you because you have to travel sometimes. I might even, in fact, now I'm going to get you a mobile light that you can take on trips with you, and I might get you a light for your apartment or your house or wherever you live down in Texas, so that you can set up a little bit more permanently.
See, I wish I had a house. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I wish I had a house. It's kind of nice to just
yeah. You're probably good on a house right now.
Yeah, it's kind of nice sometimes to be like, there's a weird thing in life right now where I can kind of, outside of work, obviously, I can kind of just be like, well, if I just need to pack everything up and leave, I could do it tomorrow if I really wanted to. Where would I go? No idea.
But
if I wanted to go, Chris McCandless and just live up in Alaska in a school bus, I could do it.
You and I are in different spots in that. I couldn't do that. I don't have the luxury of doing that.
Well, you could. It would be very disappointing to your family.
There'd be a wife and 2 young children who would be like, buddy.
Or I guess we don't know that young Brooks doesn't want to go live in a school bus in Alaska. We don't have any evidence that he doesn't want that.
Some of his behavior tonight may say that he'd be in for that. Michael on the YouTube says, shout out to you, boys. Shout out to you, Michael, for joining the show. We're happy you're here. Anybody who joins us tonight, we're so grateful. We're past the Thanksgiving season now, but we're thankful for everyone that comes and participates. Check out the little QR code in the corner, whether you're watching this live or not. That's a little join the army link. This is the best time of year to do so. We are closing in. I'll probably make our donation here in 3 to 4 weeks. It'll be sometime before the year is over. For anyone that doesn't know, we probably should pump it more, but it feels a little bit silly when we do that. But the back story of this whole podcast is from the jump. Percentage of proceeds of this entire operation goes to UI Children's Hospital. And it's been incredible to be able to give back to them. And so anyone during this giving season that could join the Army, part of those proceeds will benefit the kids. And the I believe it's called the Child Life Fund is usually where we send that money specifically. And you guys get a couple perks as well. You guys get discounts off merchandise that we come out with ever so often. You get an extra podcast from Grant and myself during the season. You get a couple extra podcasts on the Patreon. And as I said right before Grant hopped on, in all facets, we're trying to improve the operation here around the walk-ons. I try, I've even tried to put a little festive twist on our overlay here, Grant. Now, we don't have an in-person studio where we can throw a nice little Christmas tree. I'd love to sit with you in person every time we do one of these, but unfortunately, the walk-ons has been a remote operation pretty much since the beginning. So this is what we got. You did save me when you popped in, because when I go to the wide view, you can see the edges of my backdrop, and it looks like I'm it's like a casting couch situation. Don't want to get too graphic. Family show, but
it is a family show. I do like the Christmas editions. I love this time of year. It's just the best. It's just football, basketball. There's a whole week where just like the week from Christmas to New Year's, it's like this country just agrees as a whole. It's like that's not happening. So it's great.
As we should.
We're all bulking up for the winter. It's good you got a free excuse just to get husky right now, and then get shredded by the spring. So
husky season, huh?
Gotta stay warm. It's cold.
What's your favorite way to get husky in the month of December? Is there a food of choice? Is there a calorie surplus of choice?
I'll tell you, I don't know. I'll tell you what. When that weather gets cold, you go get yourself a nice cheesesteak. Any spot.
Dude.
You pound that thing, change your life. Also, I mean, they don't have it here in Texas or Oklahoma or anywhere, but Graze, I was crushing to get husky during my senior year. I was. Well, as I'm looking at our presenting sponsor as well, but
it's a good one. You can get plenty husky if you have enough Graze or enough of anything. Shout out to Graze. Shout out to FanDuel, brought to you by FanDuel this year. We will go over some conference championship odds later in the podcast and make some picks. Which we did not go over our massive cards from the past weekend.
It's probably a good thing.
I don't know how we did, honestly.
I updated them. I went 4-8. I don't remember how you guys did.
Okay. Well,
I did bad.
Probably about that. I'd love to go 4-8. That would be better than my year.
And I was average. Damn close too. There was a window in the afternoon slate where I was like, everything I say goes.
What if I hit all of them?
I just pick and choose what happens in the college football world, and none of them worked.
It's fun because every weekend you can reset to the baseline of what if I just hit all of my bets?
There's only one way to find out,
and that's to do it.
It was a weird weekend though. Like it went pretty chalk. First of all, not conference championship weekend, which it easily could as well. But like rivalry week, however you pronounce that difficult word.
Sure.
Outside of Texas beating A&M, chalk. Like otherwise, the massive upset was a 2-point underdog at home. Color me shocked. Wow. Like the Auburn, like Iron Bowl. I mean, got close at the end, and like the fourth down was exciting, but like Bama was going to win that game. Oregon, Washington, I mean, as much as I was pulling for an upset maybe for a little bit there, like Oregon just dominated it the whole time. They get
Talk about
Ohio.
Huskies.
Hey, Michigan really got up 6-0 for a little bit, and then Ohio State just rampaged them. Like it went
Yeah.
pretty. I can't remember the last time we even had this Week 14. It was just no excitement.
Yeah.
By Saturday at 11.
It was quite uneventful. Now that you
as much as Lane Kiffin draws the attention, right? I think part of ESPN and like the news cycle was like nothing happened. Everything just went chalk.
They had nothing else to talk about.
Or I guess Cal beating SMU became a big problem for everyone. But KenPom 48 would be. I think we just did this too. Oh my gosh, is it Clemson?
I was going to say Clemson.
Have you been studying the KenPom?
No, but I was trying to come up with a basketball team that seemed in that range, and Clemson was on the tip of my tongue. Everybody go back, check the tape.
Clemson's been better than 48.
You can pull that up. Courtney says, we are competing currently with the big Christmas tree lighting in New York City. That's how much I love it here at the around the walk-ons. Matt Peters also, Rockefeller Square can't pull off numbies like the walk-on army. That is true.
Appreciate that. Here, I'll say this real quick. I don't like reading the just like a coach would say, don't read the press clippings. All right. Sure. Don't read any compliments about yourself or anything.
Right.
I do like seeing us in people's Spotify raps, I will say.
Yeah. I sure do as well.
It feels good.
Which I tweeted from the walk-on account. If you can show proof, evidence that we are amongst your top podcasts of the year, I would send you a small treat to your DMs, which may or may not be a link towards some Patreon subscribership free of charge for a certain amount of time. So if you can do that, and we happen to be in your top podcasts on Spotify, go ahead and send us that evidence. Really, really appreciate you guys tuning into us. It's been crazy every single year to hear from, communicate with, go back and forth with on socials, get to know a ton of you people in person. I mean, I've met multiple, like dozens of fans in person multiple times now. It's an unbelievable thing we got going here, and we appreciate you guys. And like I said, we're going to try to upgrade every year. And I don't know if that means I'm going to get a backdrop like this for both Kevin and Grant for their apartment. I don't think they want that. That's a little bit intrusive, probably.
I don't know where it would go. I'll be honest. I don't know where
there's just not as you guys don't. Well, Kev does have a dedicated office, but let's be honest. I'd have to pay Kevin to put up our own brand behind him in that office. And he has a nice backdrop anyway.
It looks good. Yeah.
We all have microphones that are like pretty quality microphones. Kevin and Grant don't prefer to wear the headphones, and they don't really need to. I do just for the nice big headphones. Like there's no.
I'm sorry, I forgot. You can only hear out of those headphones.
They're nice headphones. They provide better sound than what you have.
Yeah, because when I listen through these, you're just speaking in Spanish.
Just watch them in Encanto, actually. You ever seen Encanto?
Can you describe the plot of Encanto?
Yes.
Is it? I know it's Pixar.
I'm
trying to think. Is there one where it's like a magical house?
That's the one.
And I have seen Encanto.
All the family members have a power.
Is that Un Poco Loco? Is that? I'm trying to remember.
Poco Loco. I'm not sure. That doesn't ring a bell.
I don't know. I was good on knowing the Pixar until about like 2013, and then now there's like 40 of them, and I don't know anymore. When it was like 4 Toy Story movies, The Incredibles, 2 Nemo movies, and 9 Cars movies, that was easy to keep track of.
Yeah.
And then now I got no clue what's going on.
I love the Toy Stories and the Finding Nemo, Finding Dory.
Here's another Pixar complaint I got. I saw there was a Toy Story 6 coming out or something like that, where the iPads are evil, which I think's sneaky smart, and I'm sure it's gonna have a great message. Is the animation getting too good?
Maybe AI.
I think it's smoother, it's cleaner, but something about I'm like, I just don't like it.
It's too good.
I go back. Go back to what you had before.
I want something a little bit more rough around the edges.
I want it to still look
fake,
cartoonish.
Yeah,
that would be my complaint with a new Madden would come out or something. I'm like, that looks too much like Dirk.
I was gonna.
I don't like it.
You're saying
Or like the controls were too smooth.
You're saying
that,
they're
like,
getting
I
we're
got
getting to a
worse.
point now where there's going to be some people that are taking some exogenous substances and they get a little bit, out of their right mind, and they start to watch these Toy Story 7 movies, and they're like, "Wait a second, why can forks talk? What's going on? Hold on a second. There's a Slinky Dog, and he's taking over the world."
Oh, Slinky Dog was cool. I do like the man. I think I'm a Woody guy over as much as I like Buzz.
I like yeah, probably.
But then
I'm big fan of Rex.
But then the inverse, I like Tim Allen more than I like Tom Hanks. Not that I don't like both of them, but
because Tom Hanks is part of the Illuminati.
Is he? Is that a thing?
I've heard it.
Yeah. Who haven't you heard is in the Illuminati? Like there's not like is there a famous celebrity that's just like out there? It's just like, oh yeah, he definitely is not in the Illuminati. He's definitely not cool enough. Like Paul Giamatti, no chance.
Sam Corbin, everybody follow what he's saying. Hit the like button. Agree, like and subscribe. We are over 4,700 subscribers. The goal was 5,000 by the end of the year. 10 a day, and we could get there. 10 a day. Hold on.
You got to give him an incentive.
I will solve a Rubik's Cube 5,000 times on.
Who's watching that? What are you going to give the people?
What can I give the people?
Tangible thing. Giveaway.
I don't know. We'd have to think about it. There does have to be incentive, but and everybody who's already subscribed, like they can't do anything about it other than potentially make new YouTube accounts, new email, new YouTube accounts, like and subscribe, do it for the people. Kirk had some comments today. There was so did Tyler Barnes. They both stepped to the podium. It was signing day.
Mm-hmm.
We're not huge around here at the walk-ons on signing day. I don't think anybody should be anymore. Gary shows up to 100% of the podcasts if we hit 5,000 subscribers. How about Kevin? Let's get Kevin here. Let's schedule in Drake for a guaranteed once per month appearance. That's what we need. I don't put a lot into signing day anymore. It's tough. One, how many times have we already seen a kid sign on signing day, and then before he actually gets in a jersey or ever does anything meaningful, I'm out. I'm transferring.
It's happened.
Happens a lot.
I'll say it's happened a couple times before. I do think though,
less at Iowa.
Here's a good question for you. And this is a non-recruiting guy asking another non-recruiting guy. When was the last time we had this much in terms of the offensive side of the ball?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go like average high recruiting score this high on the offense side of the ball. Like this many players in a recruiting class were like, oh, he can do something cool on the offensive side of the ball. When was the last time that happened? I'm sorry I worded that question so poorly. Listener,
nobody can read that. I can not really tell you specifically, but okay. I'll tell you this.
It feels like it's been a while.
When's the last time we had a 4-star quarterback? I don't know.
Is it like Cade on a technicality?
Cade technically was maybe,
or even it was. How high up was Fitzgerald's son? Was he highly
3-star? 3-star.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which also is he just gone now? I'd love for him to stay, but
yeah, I think he's out.
I noticed that he made a speech during the Iowa-Michigan State game, which is a shame that the score got lost in the wayside. I have no idea how it ended. Neither does anyone else, but he made a speech where he said, "Me and my family are so excited to be Spartans," and I couldn't. That does include.
That might
him.
Include.
I want on record. I want him to stay.
I want him to stay as well.
But it wouldn't. I also wouldn't blame him if he wanted to play for his dad. Is that fair?
Yeah. No. If he leaves and goes to Michigan State, everyone's gonna be like, "Hey, congratulations, man."
Yeah, like if in a year from now he's a Hawkeye, I'll say great. I want you to be here. But if he left, I'd be like, I totally get it, man. You do. Now, if he pivoted and was like, I'm the new quarterback for Boston College, I'd be like, I don't know where this came from.
Ken Palm 48 is Nebraska.
Really?
Yeah. So I would drop to 29th. Clemson. Not even close.
Here's I have another signing day question for you.
Yeah, give it to me.
Did we get an update on this? I saw there was a lot of hype today about there was a young defensive tackle.
I believe he did not sign with us.
Well, what? Like, did we just offer him this morning? And how do we get to number 2 on his list? Has he visited the campus, or did we? How does that happen?
I don't know. All of a sudden, it was like, hey, I'm deciding between. It's funny because clearly he knows a lot about us. He goes, I'm deciding between BC and Iowa University. University of Iowa. And then I was waiting for people to tweet out where he went. I was waiting for him to tweet out his announcement. I went to his page after he was supposed to be committed, and I didn't see anything. And then I saw one person like a couple hours ago say, we didn't get him. BC came in with more money. Iowa didn't want to. And the odds that that person randomly knows that, and that was actually the case, very, very low. But someone said that was the case. So,
well, I mean, I think too, more than ever, as much as you don't hold value in sign day or whatnot, like there's a non-zero chance in 2 years he's like, hey, actually, I'm in the portal, and then
maybe he'll go to Iowa.
Maybe he'll come to Iowa City.
You know who's not having a good signing day?
Are you actually asking? Or
yeah,
I feel like you know the answer because I feel like this is going towards Penn State.
It sure is.
To be fair, I saw a 4-star quarterback committed there today.
He did. Peyton Falzone. He actually had an Iowa offer.
Well, we should feel way worse now. He just committed to a school that has no coach over us?
Well, we got Bessinger, and so that probably was pulled.
Oh, okay.
But at one point he did.
Okay. Who offered him?
The Penn State guy?
Yeah. Who's extending that offer right now?
Oh, well, I mean, Terry Smith probably.
But what if they hire a different coach?
Then, but when you're the interim, man, you got the keys. I mean, they have a recruiting department as well, but
like, what if the new coach comes in? And he's like, I just got 40 different guys.
It looks like this guy had an offer from Penn State, Auburn, Utah, Iowa. Those were his top 4.
It's a decent small crop.
It's pretty good.
I'd say. I mean, there is a little bit of history of QB struggles in there over the past 5 years, but not us right now. I love our QB, but
better offer list than I had.
Better offer list than I had.
Yeah, but can't say much from
where was Ohio Wesleyan on that list?
Rhodes College.
Hey, if you're gonna turn this podcast into some slander of the Southern Athletic Association, Coach Wallace is gonna come for you. He's a big fan of the SAA.
He is.
He used to work there. Yeah.
Traydon Bessinger kind of highlights the class. A 6'5", 215-pound quarterback out of Kaysville, Utah, Davis High School. 4-star. A lot of national hype around this guy when he flipped from, I believe it was Boise State, about a month ago. There was people all over the place saying that's actually a really good get for Iowa as far as like an offensive talent, and that is exactly the kind of guy that they want. We've been talking about Kevin just talked about it the other night about how he hopes that part of, or maybe even the primary focus of Mark Gronowski's legacy in his 1 year in a Hawkeye uniform is that he has flipped the script on who we put at that position, just in that room in general, relative to having mobility and being able to run the ball and being a threat on the ground. And I think this Bessinger kid is. Sure. 6'5", 215 already.
See, that's if you're a quarterback and I see anything over 6'4", I'm like a girl on Hinge. I'm like, sign up. I'm good.
Swipe right, baby.
I'll take that. Like I don't, not that I think you can clearly be a good quarterback at 6'1", 6'2". It's happened before.
Sure.
Hell, Kyler Murray won a Heisman at
5'11". 6'7".
How did you force that in there with we're talking 5-footers?
We did get a 6'7" guy, one of our linemen, 6'7", 295, Carter Nielsen.
That's tall.
Man.
That's tall. What was I going on with? Oh yeah, like tall quarterback though. I'm just in. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially if you got little legs too. If he can run. What's this?
well,
He's got
and
40
so
here.
I'd love to know what he runs straight away, because the taller you get, at some point that does decrease speed. You're starting to become a pretty big frame. Now, sneaky quick, right? Got long strides. But
Mhm.
you know, I'm looking at 215. He puts on a little training table weight. 235, 240. Easily at
We'll see.
6'5".
Is he playing? He's playing QB or is he playing a different position? Like
Dude,
what? How big?
Gronowski's like 6'3", 240.
Gronowski's 240.
I think so.
Well, actually, he probably has to be. For as many hits as he's taken, he probably
Dude,
has to be
at 6'5", you can be 240 and look very 210-ish, 220-ish.
What if I'm 240?
That looks bad. If you or me are, I can show you a picture of me at 240. It wasn't good, and I'm taller than you.
Barely.
Now, here's the other thing. You and I, as far as our offspring, have very little chance to get a scholarship to Division I college football, because I'm looking at the heights of all of these recruits. I believe there's 22 of them.
Sure.
There are 2 guys that are under 6 feet tall. They're both 5'11".
It's okay. Grant Jr. is going pro in tennis.
So Brooks, I'm sorry. If you ever listen to this podcast, specifically the December 4th, episode 650, I believe, of the show. Apologize, buddy.
Do you ever think about that? Like, do you ever think your 2 kids are ever going to go back and like listen to some of this?
Lauren and I were talking about that the other day. Because Kinley's sort of the ages where like she can start to understand what we do ish. And we were telling, you know, she goes to a school type daycare. It's like pretty regimented. And so they call their people teachers, right? She's got Miss so-and-so and Miss, I'm not going to dox people, but, you know, that's their teachers, right? And so the other day we were like, you know, Kinley, mom's a teacher too. Mom goes to school and teaches kids just like your teachers. And she's like, yeah. And we're like, do you know what daddy does? He talks.
That is true.
He talks. And I was like, you are right. And Lauren's like, dad's a podcaster. And I'm like, no, let's not. That's embarrassing. Don't tell the child. I run a media company. That's what I tell people.
That sounds so much better than I do podcasts.
Yeah,
I will say I have. I don't know if I told you this. I had a friend. He wanted me to pick him up from the airport a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
He's like, "Hey, can you pick me up at like 8:30? We live close to the airport." I'm like, "Hey, can I make it like 8:45? I got to do something first." And he said, "Oh, do you have to do your podcast?" And I was like, "I just want to." You know what? You're not getting picked up anymore.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, cunt, you can walk.
And he's a big supporter of this. He thinks it's cool. But just when I read it like that, I was like, actually, you are dead right. But I just hate that. I don't know. It sounds weird. I don't know why.
So that was the feeling. So yeah, I would imagine at some point they're going to like go back and they will see, you know, they're going to find videos of me talking on the internet. It is what it is. I don't know. Hopefully, you know, they're going to watch Polecat someday. I don't know how much they're really going to be into it. Kids don't think their parents are that cool. So,
oh, cool. I'm going back to Halo.
Yeah. I think I saw somewhere that this recruiting class for Iowa features like 6 or 7. I was not trying to do it there.
Just go. Just keep talking. You're good.
6 or 7 or 8.
You have to say those numbers at some point. It's fine.
4-star recruits.
That's pretty good.
That's really, really good. So that doesn't suck. 2 of those guys are top 10 linebackers in the country.
I saw
Julian Manson, who is son of, oh God, what's his first name? No, I'm forgetting. Jason Manson. Jason,
okay.
On the team, used to play quarterback, backed up Drew Tate, and then the other one is,
I forget.
Let me find it. Cason Thomas. out of Sioux City.
Mm.
Stud, 6'3", 215 for him, and Manson is 6'4", 220. These kids are enormous, man. I mean,
Put
those are
together
like
some dudes out there.
they're next in line, man. After these young linebackers this year finish their careers, these guys might be the guys who step in after that for 2 years and are those studs. Like they're
Is anyone coming in the spring, or is this all?
14 of these guys are early enrollment. 14.
That feels like a lot.
That's so many. There's just 14 to 22 kids are just like, fuck it. Senior year spring, I'm out.
You know, honestly, at the time,
Prom, don't care.
You know, your senior year spring feels really important at the time. And if you're a senior in high school right now, live it up, have fun.
It's not.
By like 10 months later, you're going to be like, that was the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life.
There's not a single thing in my life other than senior prom with my current wife, which for most people is not going to be the case, that you go back to and you're like, oh yeah, that senior year spring was really important for this. Nothing.
Almost nothing. Yeah. I mean, it's like, I remember having friends like a couple years after college being like, man, I miss the high school days. I'm like, really? Like, what's going on at your so-and-so college that I'm not going to specifically name right now? Like, is it that bad there? Yeah. Like, what are you guys doing over there? Like,
so a good recruiting class, good comments from Barnes and Coach Ferentz. You guys can find that on YouTube. I've got one clip here. This is the hot news of the thing. And this is the way it's going to be every year from here on out, because Kirk Ferentz is on a contract through 2029. He's 70 years old this year. Every single season, it's going to be, hey, are you still going to coach the Hawkeyes? And this is what he had to say today.
Yeah, well, yeah, 26? That's next year, right? God, I hope so. I mean, unless you know something I don't know. I just tell them the truth. I feel really good. I had no idea what it feels like to be 70. Now I do. However many months it's been, it doesn't feel any different than when I was 60. I feel good physically. I've got permission from my wife to keep doing this, and it's what I like doing. I really like enjoying it or enjoy doing it. Unless we just just screw this up beyond repair, which we're trying to do right now in college football. I don't envision stopping anytime in the near future. It's what I do. Don't golf. When I did, I stunk. So I don't see going back to that.
Okay. Well,
so what we learned is he's dog shit at golf.
Yeah. Well, I thank you too, Kirk, for providing that Mary's okay with it. That was what the main concern was. Could you imagine he says yes now, and then he has to come back to a press conference after the bowl game and be like, actually, Mary.
So it turns out.
Hey guys, sorry, I can't hang out. My wife says I got to come home.
Turns out Mary's no longer okay with it.
I took an assumption and was very wrong. Sorry, guys. No, I do think he's in good. He seems to be in great shape. Seems to be doing well, and I commend Ferentz a lot for a lot of the. I don't even know if he's technically a part of the old guard of college football coaches that we had there, or even basketball coaches, but it feels like a lot of the guys who, if you would have said in 2019, these are the legends that, like, when they retire are going to have like statues at their schools or going to be in the Hall of Fame. A lot of those guys, NILs come around, changes in the playoff platforms have come around, and a lot of them have retired conveniently at this time. But Kirk Ferentz is saying, no, I'm digging my heels and I'm figuring this out. I'm going to get us to 8-4, 9-3, no matter what.
Yeah, it's like the Mike Tomlin of college football. You're just always.
I'll tell you what. I mean, if they're on the same pathway, I'd make the argument right now that Kirk is looking better than Mike Tomlin in year 28.
I would agree. You are correct.
Except Tomlin does have a Super Bowl. So
I do think they must have increased the coffee Haagen-Dazs supply in his contract to keep him around or something. Since COVID, 2020,
sure.
So for 6 straight seasons, there's been plenty of reason for Coach Ferentz at 70 years old. He would have been 65 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 65 is quite literally the known retirement age. Like, there's been every reason for him to be like, you know what, I'm gonna hang it up, and not a single soul would have been like, what? He's done? Nobody.
No.
And then people would have been like, well, COVID, and he's got to deal with this. And then right as COVID hits, the Coach Doyle stuff happens. The Brian stuff happens a couple years after that. I mean, the amount of shit that he's gone through that he just doesn't have to subject himself to.
Mhm.
He's had every excuse in the book that he could have opted out and just been like, I'm done. I'm tired. I want to go golf. I want to go hang out with my wife. And he's like, no.
Do you think is there an element to it where he's like, I'm just gonna? I mean, he said like we haven't burned the place to the ground yet, but I think he's like, well, if I've been the coach here for 28 years, I'm not going to go coach somewhere else and potentially be the coach there for 29 years. Like, why stop now? Like,
Well,
let's be the coach for 45 years.
Well, I was going to tweet today when this came out. I was like, what you guys don't know is he's halfway through his career right now.
He's 102.
Yeah.
He's something.
What he's talking about there is, I think college football as a whole, like, you know, what they're doing in college football at large with NIL and the portal and all that, not burning it down. He's like, I think we're trying it too, though. I think some of that like new world stuff does kind of weigh on him a little bit. Like, what the hell are we doing? I think KF is the kind of guy, though. You know, you see Lisa Bluter, she retires, and now she's an analyst immediately on I think the Big Ten Network, and she's calling games, and she's in the studio, you know, for some shows. She was in the studio for March Madness last year. I think KF is that kind of guy. He's going to retire, and I don't know if he's going to do the media side of things. I doubt it. I think he might get into the legislative side of college football.
I don't know.
He loves, dude, he talks about it all the time. What am I going to do? I love college football. It's all I do. I need something to keep me busy. I don't know if it's going to be like, you know, he's got a job that requires him to work 40 hours a week, but I think he might be on a board or two, or the CFP committee, or like, you know, like something along those lines where he's still connected to the game. His opinion and his thoughts on how rules and regulations are, like, he still has some say in that. I think he would enjoy that.
I'm sure he would enjoy it. Is a different question of like, is it gonna like? I think if he was gonna be on a board, he would have been on the board like 3 years ago. Like, I don't think you're coaching till you're for damn near 30 years to then be like, actually, I'm transitioning to a board. Like, I think he likes coaching, and like, if he's gonna be involved in football, he's gonna be doing it as a coach.
You're probably right.
Or I guess he would technically be like the coach of just college football in general if he was like on a board. He would just be.
I coach everyone.
I'm the coach of the coaches.
I mean, hey, he's like a coaching consultant.
But also, I don't know too if they wanted like we talk all the time about if there's going to be a college football commissioner or something like that, and I don't think there ever will be. If I'm being honest, I don't know if they'd want to like, hey, Ferentz is going to take over it.
Yeah, so. I don't know either. Do you have a you know, these are all going to come out? Well, I mean, after conference championship weekend, I think those all come out Sunday. Do you have a preferred? I know it's pretty much narrowed down at this point. A preferred location, a preferred opponent for the Iowa Hawkeyes in bowl season this year?
It's a good question.
I'm seeing Relia Quest, Tampa, and Vanderbilt.
Let me see the CFP rankings one more time.
I can pull this up for you right here.
Because my gut goes to Utah have another chance to play a ranked team. And I think Utah is beatable for us as well. Like
fun matchup.
I could see it. You know, there is Devin Dampier is a little bit like Aiden Childs-esque in terms of you know, that was the old go offense over there. No, was that Purdue? I can't remember. But Devin Dampier, legend, G5 level at quarterback, and then I could see that being a potential issue for like 2 quarters. But if we could figure it out, he also makes a ton of mistakes as well, and it's a team that you know, any Phil Parker team preys on mistakes. I think we could do well there. Sure, but I wouldn't hate playing Tennessee either. They're a good team. You know,
God, I don't want anything to do with that.
It's a little like shivers, chill down the spine.
That's straight PTSD for your boy.
But they're like, hey, what if we go win? And it's like, oh, actually, we can do this.
Get over the hump.
Yeah. You know? But I mean, bowl games are
very likely an opportunity to stop the ranked wins streak.
But Tennessee's not ranked.
I'm just saying in general, you might get Vandy, you might get Utah, you might get one of these teams that's
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even I forget that Vandy's even an option on this. I don't think we'll get Vanderbilt though.
Probably not.
I think Vanderbilt would be quicker to play. I mean, I don't know I forget the layout of all these. There's so many bowl games too. But bowl games, I kind of view them as like they're good for you get more practice as a team, right? They're fun. Like it's a vacation for fans and the team mostly a little bit too, right? But in terms of winning and losing them, like they're fun to win, but I don't like lose sleep over losing a bowl
No,
game.
they don't count. They don't count in my mind. I mean, they are going to be on the record.
Like, don't get me wrong. If we beat Utah in a bowl game, I'm going to be waving that flag.
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, what are you gonna say now, guys? All right, take that, Utah. But if we lose, be like, does it even matter? Like, it's kind of how I view like preseason or like the NBA Summer League or something like that, where it's like it only can prove things you already believe to be true. But if your point is disproven by a bowl game, it doesn't count.
Yeah. What does count
Playoff
is
games, completely different though.
Yeah.
Like the Cotton Bowl
that
is completely different.
What does count is a trip to Graze. We already mentioned them
sure.
earlier in the podcast.
Did you not have an answer to your question?
Me?
Yeah. I thought this was going to be like a back and forth on that.
Well, I was just curious. What I've seen is it's either Vegas or Tampa, and it's either Vandy or Utah or potentially I think Alabama was thrown in there on one of them as well.
Well, that's the debate right now. Is like if Alabama loses this weekend, are they going to be thrown out? And I think the answer is no. Because like last year, I mean, they let SMU still in after they lost to Clemson, who was in theory a worse team. And then a lot of people were upset about that. And it's like, well, if they let SMU in, like, do you really think they're going to kick the Alabama Crimson Tide out? Like, really? Like they would do anything to get Alabama in. You think like they're in right now and they're just going to find a reason to kick them out? Like that's not happening. They will throw like Texas Tech out before they kick Alabama out. I mean,
yeah, you're right. It is going to be interesting. It all happens very, very soon. We're going to know soon enough. Graze Gourmet to go. Get your chicken lips, your sourdough pizza, your street tacos. It is the holiday season, and a bunch of people just benefited from Graze Gourmet to go doing their Thanksgiving. They could just cater your Christmas as well. I don't know if they'll be specifically doing a Christmas meal, but you could just order it, and no one's going to be mad if they've got a bunch of delicioso chicken lips, fat, juicy, tender. They're not even chicken tenders. They're like chicken
lips.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why you call them lip. I don't know why they call them.
Well, yeah, they're not. They're called chicken lips.
They're just like massive chicken wings of a plane that are. You should see them, Grant.
I have. They're like chicken crescent moons.
Sure. Yeah, arms, chicken arms.
Which is a wing.
Yeah, big wings though. They're great. Honestly though, we pump the lips the most, and that's just because that's what they brought to.
I like the pizza more, frankly.
The pizza is insane. That's Drake's favorite as well. Every time we talk about it, that's Drake's thing. So check out Graze Gourmet to go, and shout out to the Swarm, the Iowa Swarm Collective. We have been partners with them all season long as well. It's still football season, and it's also basketball season. Big dreams, bright futures. Join the Swarm today. They have an awesome website and lay it out for you. Super easy to donate, super easy to be a part of it. Tons of benefits. If you join today, you can go here and find all the tiers. It's similar to the Patreon, except for you get a lot more because you're paying a lot more.
What do you get if you donate $10,000 a year?
You get everything plus private exclusive Swarm events.
Like Brad, if I donate $10,000, can I get like a section of the stadium? Like
you get
the Grand Island bleachers.
Yeah, you get a plaque somewhere in there.
Like can they just the bleachers at like the top of the stadium just be called this is the Grand Island section?
They could name that the cheese curd stand, the Grant Allen cheese curd stand.
Those are. Have you had the cheese curds there? I don't know if I haven't been to an Iowa game in 2 years now, unfortunately, but there are like tennis ball sized cheese curds you can buy near the student section, and you have to wait a whole quarter to get them.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know how reliable Hawkeye Howard is, but he claims on YouTube if Alabama loses to Georgia, there is a good chance of Iowa versus Alabama in the bowl game. That'd be cool. I'd like it.
It would be cool. I just don't know. I feel like they wouldn't put USC or Michigan. Like I feel like aren't we like 5th or 6th in the Big Ten right now?
Yeah, but didn't Michigan, Alabama just play each other like last year?
And we played Tennessee and Missouri in a bowl game 9 years in a row.
We gotta get something different up in here. We gotta do something different.
I don't know. I mean, I welcome the challenge of the Crimson Tide, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Should we do some picks? Some championship weekend.
Do you have picks even ready?
I've got them right here in my head.
I have some picks, but like I've not dove into.
I've been studying Kennesaw State all week.
I did see someone put together a scenario where Kennesaw State can still make the playoff.
Wow.
Because their record is sneaky better than you'd think it is.
They are -2.5 this weekend over Jacksonville State for the whatever conference they're in championship.
But that's the Conference USA.
Okay. James Madison is a 23.5 point favorite over Troy.
Now, here's a question no one's ready to ask about this whole playoff situation. Mm-hmm. What if Troy wins?
Well,
what if the Trojans
I think they're still going to
go to Virginia and win? Like they have to take the 5 highest conference champions.
I think you would still need Duke to. You need Duke to. They're not going to be over Duke though, right?
Would they be?
Like Duke would have to win, and they'd have to rank Troy ahead of Duke because your conference champions. It's going to be either Indiana or Ohio State, Georgia or Alabama, BYU or Texas Tech, and then you're taking, assuming Virginia wins, it's Virginia. But if Duke then wins, you're looking at 2 G5s, maybe. So you've got Tulane,
and one of those two. You're assuming that G5 is. You're assuming that G5 is JMU.
I sure am. This is a Duke's podcast. JMU's getting in,
and then they put in Duke.
And I will say this: JMU ranked. If I don't know how they would put Troy ahead of JMU, and if JMU wins, then they get jumped somehow. I don't think it's possible. Theoretically, it is, but I don't think it's possible. I think JMU gets the nod.
Well, then that's where
we want Duke to win. By
the way, the Kennesaw State Owls.
Kennesaw State wasn't ranked either.
Half of these teams aren't ranked. Duke's not ranked.
They're not going to all of a sudden.
You were like, oh, they can make the playoff over the Dukes.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's going to be Tulane in JMU if Duke wins.
Do you have a bracket? I shared my 12, and it was like peeking into the inside of my soul. It was.
I will say this: it's unbelievable. It's not because it's the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we have the number 1 versus number 2 team with the 2 of the top Heisman contenders in the country in the Big Ten Championship, and they sent game day to Georgia, Alabama
for the 100th time in a row
is quite honestly a wild choice.
See, here's the thing too, is that if I was commissioner, and this will never,
which you should be,
this would never happen. I wish that the TV deals for college football were assigned to the college football governing body and not to the conferences.
Right.
Because even Fox is guilty of the same thing. Like, what is Big Noon's incentive to go to an SEC game?
They never do.
There's no reason they would ever do that. And what's ESPN's incentive to go to a Big Ten game? They do it sometimes, but there's really no reason to.
Well, they're supposed to be the wide world of sports.
Well, I've been there, by the way, in Orlando. It's beautiful. But
yeah, it's a great place.
If it was, and the conferences are so greedy, and that's why people want to be in the Big Ten and the SEC right now is those TV deals. But if it were up to me, it'd be like the NFL, and it would just be signed to
I agree,
the governing body, and then it would be distributed evenly.
And that's what
which would in theory make a even link, kind of like the NFL is.
Kirk wants us to adopt everything the NFL does as best we can, pretty much, and I think that would be probably your best option.
Yeah, he was like, well, I think Michigan should have the Patriots uniforms, and or the Lions uniforms. I think that Ohio State should have the Browns uniforms, and we're going to be the Steelers and
everything. Here's my picks for championship weekend. I'm actually not picking in the Kennesaw State game. I am going to take the Dukes minus 23.5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take North Texas to upset Tulane. No, that's not even an upset. North Texas is favored.
How bold of you.
North Texas to win by 2.5. That makes more sense now that I was looking at it. Don't care about that. I would like to see BYU just straight up win after getting beat by 20 earlier in the season. I would love to see BYU. I'm gonna have them cover. By the way, Kalani Sitake, bravo, the job you did to just triple your salary in Provo.
Well, that's every single coach right now is like, thank you, Penn State. I just tripled my salary. Even though I went 7-5 this year.
We might have to talk about that whole Sitake situation on next week's.
I mean, if only we had a podcast to do that.
Taglines. At this point, we'll leave it. Wow, Crumble Cookie got involved. Unbelievable. Give me Georgia minus 2.5. Give me Indiana plus 4.5.
Wow.
Yep. That's the picks. Shout out to FanDuel, America's Sportsbook. Download and play now. Bet responsibly.
Need to check the stats on something real quick.
Oh, wow. Something that important, huh?
Because you've, let's just say you've,
They open up a can of worms.
You've scratched the right side of my brain here on a potential idea.
Is the right side the creative side?
I'll be honest, I don't believe in any of that stuff. I think we just
I do think there's something to it, but
like when some people are like, yeah, my brain was just meant for, like my mom always said, she was like, yeah, Grant's got more of like an English brain, not a math brain. And your brother has a math brain, not an English brain. I'm like,
fuck you, Mom.
I just don't think like I'm just not great at math. Like it's okay. People aren't good at a lot of things, you know? We don't say like, oh, this guy's got a sports brain and this guy's got a non-sports brain because he's unathletic. It's like,
but you know what? You do have a sports brain.
Thank you.
What are you looking up?
I think 8-4 Troy can't go to the. I think if
oh my
they're
God,
9-4,
Jesus Christ, you're stuck on this Troy thing. Troy, they could go, Grant, but the problem is that they will not be. They will be the 6th or 7th highest ranked conference champion. They're going to Tulane or North Texas is going to be in over them, and JMU is going to be in over them.
Okay.
And then, you know, Alabama, Ohio State, and Texas Tech, or whoever wins. Like, that's how it's going to work.
Can I share something?
Share whatever you want.
We're doing a lot of talk right now about who should be in Miami or Notre Dame. And I think the answer there is obvious.
Yeah,
I think it should be BYU.
Over both of them.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, okay, you can't put in Notre Dame over Miami because head-to-head has to matter. Like Notre Dame, I would bet them to beat Miami if they played tomorrow.
Sure.
But head-to-head has to matter. It's not about hypothetical results. Miami isn't even in their conference championship game.
Correct.
And then we're going to punish BYU because
I agree.
They're in their conference championship game. And
well,
and their only loss on the season is to a team that's probably going to get a bye.
The team that they're playing again in the conference championship.
Yeah, like if they lose by 3 tomorrow, like they're just going to get thrown out or on Saturday.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Like I don't know. Like I don't think BYU. I think BYU would also lose to Notre Dame and Miami, both of those teams. But it doesn't matter. What show do we do right now? What are we talking about?
Well, I just wanted your picks before we wrap this thing up.
I'm sorry. I wanted to talk football. Is that a crime?
Well, almost football. And Dakota here on YouTube says you need a hair product sponsor for Almost Football because look at that flow. I agree.
If you want to sponsor Almost Football, we can be bought very easily.
Yeah.
If Crumble Cookies wants to buy us, we'll just become a BYU fan podcast right away.
That would be great. We need that.
Also,
Walk On Network is lacking a Cougar fan pod.
We did. You know how you like this Iowa Football Network? We have one of the shows. What if it's just about BYU instead? The Mormon Church has bought this. You were talking about the ring lights, by the way. If you were doing Christmas presents, one of my co-hosts, his wire to his microphone broke, and it's not worked for 3 weeks because he keeps buying the wrong wire.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna take in the Big Ten championship, the under 47.5.
Wow. Defensive matchup. I like that. I actually do like that.
I think Ohio State this year, is their schedule the most difficult thing ever? Probably not. But can you guess the most, without looking, what the most points they've allowed in a single game is?
Ohio State?
Mm-hmm.
They did not have a super hard schedule. They would have given up. Shit. Is it 13 points?
It's 16 points to the Illinois Fighting Illini.
I was going to say, I think it's Illinois, yeah.
So I'm going to take the under 47 off there. And I think I'm just going to bite it. I think I'm going to just take Ohio State -4 too. I think it's one of those situations where you just got to say everyone's just right. Don't overthink it. I did this last year where I was like, Penn State is only plus like 2, or like, I was like, yeah, how do you not take them? And then they ended up losing anyway, even though they had the ball of a chance to win. And not enough people give me credit for that pick. I think you have to take Duke.
I do too, honestly.
I don't think Virginia is 4 points better than anyone. But I'm going to take
not a single team in the country.
I'm going to take Duke plus 3.5 there anyway. And I think here's this too. I think the ACC is rooting for Duke to win, because I think if Duke wins, Miami's going to go anyway, and the ACC champion is going to miss the playoff. But an ACC team is going to be in anyway.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, I think Miami gets in anyway if Duke wins. But if Virginia wins, then Virginia just gets in. And that's like, are we ready for that?
I think the playoff needs to be 24 teams.
See, this is what I don't like either, is that we're debating right now. Notre Dame, Miami, Duke, Virginia, like all these teams right now, for Vandy, all this stuff. Does anyone genuinely believe that one of these teams has a greater than like 3% chance to win the national championship?
That's not the point.
I thought the point of the season was to figure out who the best team was.
When we moved out of the 4-team playoff, we abandoned the point of we're only taking teams that have a chance.
Yeah, I think it should have moved from like 4 to 8.
Correct.
To 6.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think none of this gets solved by expanding it more and more and more.
I think a little bit actually does, going from just doubling it right now and stopping.
We have a 68-team basketball tournament,
Correct.
And teams 70 and 72 throw huge fits about not being in, and none of them have a chance in hell of winning.
I understand, but those fits do not carry nearly as much weight as somebody's argument this year, like BYU if they get left out, or Miami or Notre Dame or all these fringe teams, Vandy. You're like, we went 10-2 in the SEC, had some great wins, and we got left out. You're like, what the like? And by the way, if you look at, I know this is not the way you would do it. Basketball is a different game, yada yada. If you look at the percentage of teams that get taken to the tournament, it's like 1 out of every 6 or 1 out of every 7 in basketball. 24 would be like 1 out of every 6 in football. It would be about the same. You'd be looking at the 68-team version in football if you did 24. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I don't know if I.
And I think that
part of me too, like this year. Okay, how'd you feel about this? Like, if this was just the BCS this year,
yes,
actually, it would be such a conundrum, because it would probably just be Big Ten champion versus SEC champion. Which, okay, let's say Georgia wins.
Yep.
And Ohio State wins. It'd be probably 1 versus 2.
Right.
Like, would you have an argument with that at the end of the season? BCS, that's the national championship, that those were the 2 best teams all along?
This year you could, but excuse me, not every year.
I feel like even last year, like, you got disproven, but like last year, you have, I think it was undefeated Georgia.
You can't do that. You can't do that though. You can't do that unless you said, screw it, we're just going to take the hit for a couple of years, and we're going to force teams to schedule crazy out of conference and schedule as hard as you can, because with 60 some teams, you're going to end up with a situation like this year where you have 3 or 4 undefeated teams, and the other 2 are like, what the fuck do we have to do? Like, how do we get in? Like, we're, the BCS, like, you leave an undefeated team out and you're like, we won all the games. We did what you're supposed to do, and we don't get to play for a championship. Like that's why the BCS is an issue.
I get that as well. And I don't know, the BCS system had some flaws as well. But I'm just talking to talk.
No, I agree
Definitely.
that like it could be simpler this year than
I also want to find a way to make these conference championships matter more. And
I
they
do
just
too.
don't matter right now.
I think they need like a shitload of money for the winner. Like an extra.
Don't they already get paid though? Don't they get extra?
I don't know. Maybe a little bit. I know that the conference when we played, and again, different time, back in my day, there was extra extra championship gifts that you got from the NCAA, and maybe like an extra $400 or $500 stipend. I'm talking like every player, every player's playing for another 50 G's on their head if they win.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
put like $2 million.
The backup punter gets 50 G's, and
absolutely
Julian Sayin also gets 50 G's.
Yes, it's equal. It's equal in this scenario. There isn't a tier system. It's just everybody gets the same amount.
I'm so for that though.
Yeah,
that would actually be awesome.
And now watch how hard those guys go play. That punter's gonna be making plays.
Like I don't know. I think the Big Ten championship, both teams are pretty incentivized, but like the SEC one, or I'm like I don't know. I'm gonna take Western Michigan, the MAC championship.
Love that.
-2.5 against Miami of Ohio. I'm going to take Boise -4.5 versus UNLV. Boise kind of I feel like they were our darlings, and we just kind of forgot about them a little bit.
Sure.
UNLV also sneaky has a path as well.
Jesus Christ. All these paths, and you're the one who wants to keep it at 2 teams. You know.
I'm not saying UNLV should have a chance to be in the playoff right now,
and I'm saying they should.
Look, I'm for having the G5 teams. I just think it should be some very. I think it. I want the G5 teams to compete for it. Obviously, I want them to have a chance. I'm not going into a lot of playoffs assuming Tulane's going to win the whole thing.
Nobody is, but it's the fact that they have a shot.
Yeah, they do have a shot.
It's the principle.
I'm going to take BYU.
Love that.
I think that's a lot of points. I also think sometimes in these, when a team gets blown out, let's see the tape again. Like what they're going to change everything.
Yeah.
There's no way they run out there the same game plan. But like Texas Tech, probably similar game plan. Does that make sense? Yeah. I don't know. Are other games happening this weekend that I'm unaware of? I think I really want to take Bama as an underdog. I think they've covered this game as an underdog. I want to say 6 times in a row now. Mm-hmm. And I'm very worried that, like, usually when this game is happens in the SEC championship and the regular season, they split it.
Correct.
So then should it take Georgia?
I think you should go with your heart. Listen to your heart when it's calling to you.
My heart's telling me to take Tulane +2.5.
Okay. Knew it.
Why? Why'd you know it?
Because I took North Texas.
Do you want me to flip it?
No, I want you to feel good about your pick.
Okay, those are my picks.
Okay, there you go. Been tagged in this a lot. There was a clip going around. There's a Nebraska podcast they're called the No Blocks, No Rocks. I don't know why that's the name of it, but they had several longer form clips that had come out talking about just recapping the Iowa game. And they're just shitting all over their own team, Nebraska. This is yada, yada. Phil Parker, we came in and kicked our ass. We need to hire
I've seen a lot of people with Seth Wallace.
We need to hire Seth Wallace. That's the guy we need to go after. Like, Iowa knows who they are. I've seen the clips. I appreciate everybody tagging me in those. Got it sent to me a bunch. We could review their episode, just put up their clips and then react to it. But clips, by the way. I'm going to really, I'm a podcaster as Kinley is trying to learn. Mm-hmm. I'm leaning hard into that in 2026.
I saw you put up one today, and when you post that, I think Searles assumes I made that clip and tagged him in it. And it was like,
yeah.
So part of me was going to be, I
don't
know. I was trying to think of maybe a clever response to it. I didn't see it, but I would say focus on maybe if you're making clips, focus on
Me?
what you say.
Oh, on whether you like it or not, you have been assumed into the third role of this podcast. So you are an equal 1/3 here.
Should throws back on soon.
We should. Yeah, we should. Appreciate everybody coming here tonight. We love you guys. Enjoy enjoy the conference championship weekend and selection Sunday. Pretty much, we'll know where we're going. We'll recap that Sunday night. I assume we'll know by Sunday night. We should be able to,
like Sunday at noon.
Yeah, we'll react to that and we'll keep chugging. And then next week on Thursday, we got a guest coming on. Got a guest lined up. A current University of Iowa student athlete, in fact.
Why do I not even know?
I'll tell you after. I'll tell you when we stop.